So straight after this, we get straight into the Super Sedan State Title Final. This one is 20 laps. The Production Sedan Gold Cup. A lot of money on this one as well, I can tell you. As of an hour ago, he was the Victorian champion. Not anymore, because that was won by Chris Blyton. But Bo Riley from Collie will lead them away as the green lights come on. 20 laps, the journey in the Gold Cup. We've got Blight in second place, and up in third place we've got the 84 car as well, which is Jamie Higgs as they move out of turn 2 the first time. Barry Rose in the Sigma is moving up into third place, and Kyle Sayer in number 95 is up there in fifth. And we've got one car, Mitch Colleen in the little Sigma, has run out of noise up there in Pearson Tini and rolls to the infield. But it's Bo Riley, Blight, Rose, Jamie Higgs, Kyle Sayer and Anthony Page, your first 6. We've done one, we've got 18 and a half to go. And the 61 car of Jake Blight is starting to give Bo Riley the hurry up as they come out of 4.
It's time to race now for the top 2 between Bo Riley and the 61 of Jake Blight, who's just right there and even picking up the left front. Who would have thought it's a Super Sedan out on track as he gets to the bottom of car number 40, Bo Riley. They go side by side into turn number 4. Your leader at the line, though, will be that of Bo Riley just in the end. Blight still waiting that, but look who's right behind them as the 181 and the 95 start to move forward. Rose has found himself in third place ahead of Kyle Sayer. Jamie Higgs, who had a horrible start, is well back into 5th place, but this is a ding-dong battle out in front.
So a bit of a humdinger happening here. 4 down and 16 to go. And they're still side by side, a hip and shoulder. The footy season has started, and the 61 of Jake Blight has hit the front. Bo Riley will fight back, there's no doubt about that. He'll come on the outside. Back then to Barry Rose in 3rd, and in 4th place Kyle Sayer as they come up with 1/4 of the race done. 15 laps to go for Jake Blight. Bo Riley in 2nd, Barry Rose and Kyle Sayer. Behind them is Jamie Higgs, Anthony Page. Then back to Terry Main, Isaac Arnold is next, Rachel Spalding and Kelsey Beard. Up into Pittsburgh they go, Jake Blight, the race leader, he's run wide. And here comes Bo Riley back at him. Down the main straight, back then to Barry Rose in 3rd. Kyle Sayer is next, and Jamie Higgs, Anthony Page and Terry Main. But it's between the 61 and the 40 at the moment. Jake Blight holding the advantage.
They're starting to spread themselves out now for the top 4, but the 4 that are out in front, you were mistaking it for a state title at the moment as Blight starts to rear his ugly head. Those little gremlins that they had at the state title at Morris, you just heard it go down the front straight, flooding her on. But it seems that it's not hurting him at the moment, as the 40 hasn't been able to close the gap. Blight with a mistake out of turn number 4 though, and that will close it in.
So down the main straight they go. Jake Blight, the leader from Bo Riley, Barry Rose, and right behind him is Kyle Sayer and Jamie Higgs. It's a race for the lead, a race for 3rd. 5th place is Jamie Higgs all by himself as they go up into Catalano's corner. The lap sticking by, nearing the halfway mark. Out in front, the 61 of Jake Blight just from Bo Riley. The margin as they cross the line, 0.316. There's not that much between 3rd and 4th. There's only 0.156 between Sayer and Rose. Rose 3rd, Sayer 4th. Higgs in 5th place, back then to Anthony Page and Terry Main. Up out of Catalano's corner, this time at the halfway mark. And Bo Riley coming back at our leader, and Bo Riley's back in front as they cross the line.
Finally got him, but Blight's not going to say die on the top side. It might not work for the 61 like it has in days gone by, as the 40 of Bo Riley from Collie has finally hit the front, but it's all going to be for naught. He's going to have to do it again as the yellows have come on. We've had ourselves a spin, it looks like, on turn. In fact, it's Jamie Higgs up against the wall in turn number 1. He's been finding steering problems. The actual left front has been hanging by the breeze throughout that whole race, and it's finally let go. So rotten luck for Higgs, who got to start on the front row.
And importantly for Bo Riley, Morgan, as they crossed the line on that last completed lap, Bo Riley led Jake Blight by 0.058 of a second.
But do we go back a lap? That's the question, because did everyone get across the line?
Yeah, according to the timing monitor, it'll be Bo Riley, Jake Blight, Barry Rose, Kyle Sayer, and then Jamie Higgs. That'll be the first 5.
So the luck's on the side for Bo Riley at the moment as Jamie Higgs is out of the car, which is always a good sight to see.
So if you missed the news, an hour ago, Bo Riley was still the Victorian champion, but not anymore.
So Bo Riley will lead Jake Blight and Barry Rose. 4th place, and it feels weird to say this, is Kyle Sayer. Then it's Anthony Page in the 14, Terry Main, Rachel Spalding, Isaac Arnold and Kelsey Beard will tail off the field. That's how we'll run them. And the resumption of the Hills Panel Repairs Production Sedan Gold Cup. He was kissed quite nicely, was Bo Riley, but now coming into play is Barry Rose and Kyle Sayer.
So head out of Pearson Teeney's Bo Riley just in front of Jake Blight. And don't discount the little Sigma in 3rd place. It's a very potent little machine, and he'll poke the nose underneath the 61 anytime soon, I would suspect, as they move down the main straight. Bo Riley out in front. Blight in 2nd, Rose, Sayer back in 5th place is Anthony Page. So go out of Pearson Teeney's. This one is far from over as they head down the back straight. Bo Riley has a bumper bar between he and the 2nd place car of Blight, who goes to the outside. And in 3rd place, it's Barry Rose as they come into the main straight. And we've got ourselves 8 laps to go.
We've been blessed when it comes to production sedan racing here. All you got to do is look in October and see the finish we got there. It's starting to be the exact same as Blight to the bottom. Goes right to the inside of Bo Riley, who fights back on the outside. Finally, Blight to the bottom. It's going to stick out, and Blight will lead with 7 to go. Right there is still Barry Rose and Kyle Sayer, as Riley looks to fight back on the outside, but drifts ever so wide out of Resta Straight. And Blight finally has some breathing room. The car coming on with 6 laps remaining. It's Blight. Back to Riley as Sayer now looks to the inside of Barry Rose.
So half a dozen laps left to go. It appears to be a race in 2. Blight and Riley going at it. Back in 3rd, it's Barry Rose and Kyle Sayer, as it seems to have been all night as well for the minor end of the prize. And Bo Riley coming back now down the main straight. There's only a bumper bar in it with 5 to go. 0.05 of a second. This is turning into an absolute humdinger. Out of turn number 2, Blight back in front from Riley. Back in 3rd place, Barry Rose from Kyle Sayer as they go up into the top turn. 4 laps to go here in the Gold Cup. And Bo Riley coming back at Jake Blight. Back to Rose in 3rd, Sayer 4th, and a long gap back then to Anthony Page. Down into turn number 1. Jake Blight is off the curb. Underneath goes Bo Riley, and they're side by side down the back straight with 3.5 to go.
Great races, they're still locked together. Rose and Sayer as well are doing the exact same, but Riley back out in front. This time it's by nose. No, make that one. Jake Blight by 0.036 of a second. Yes, that is 3/100ths of a second. Jake Blight led that lap. This time by, there'll be 2 laps to go for Blight, who's having some troublesome time getting out of turn number 2, and he lifts the left front. There's sparks flying out of the car. He's holding on for grim death, is Blight. 2 laps to go, and it looks like the car has finally given up the ghost.
It has, and so too has Barry Rose. The yellow lights have come on in the concluding stages. Barry Rose's car has run out of noise, and so too the 61 has fallen apart in the concluding stages. What an exciting race it was for 17 laps. But Barry Rose is out of noise. The little Sigma has given up the ghost up in Pitts Bend, and now it'll be Bo Riley and Kyle Sayer, you'd suspect. Now the yellow lights came on for Barry Rose. The 61 car is trying to come back out.
It definitely looks like something's broken in the rear end of the 61. From my vantage point here on the left-hand side, all the wheels are still up, and it looks like there's some bars actually hanging off the car, and official Ben Hands it is, has just pointed him straight to the infield. So a
collapsed.
Massive round of applause has to go to the 61 of Jake Blight, and it feels like October all over again.
So 7 cars remain for the last 3 laps. Can Bo Riley hang on? There'll be some sort of little justice in him winning this race after losing the Victorian title he couldn't get to tonight.
Green, white checker finish coming up. In fact, no, we will have 3 laps remaining.
3 remain. Here we go. Restart coming up. Bo Riley, Kyle Sayer. Back in third is Anthony Page, and then back to Rachel Spalding in fourth. So we go into Pearson Teeny. Kyle Sayer, who's been third or fourth throughout tonight. Can he cause a major boilover in the context of this event? He's more than capable of winning, no doubt about that. And here he comes. 2 to go. Kyle Sayer to spoil the Bo Riley party.
It might be some redemption for Sayer after what happened to him in October in the last laps of that event as Riley starts to run wide. There's only 1.5 laps left to run. And Sayer is right into this, and so too is Anthony Page. As a white flag comes out, Sayer's got to move on the inside and at the line as they come to the white flag. Jason, there's only 0.13 of a second between them.
They move out of turn number 2, the final time. Here comes Kyle Sayer. This is the last lap of the Gold Cup, and Kyle Sayer comes on the inside of Bo Riley. A drag race to the finish line. Sayer and Riley. Sayer gets up. Sayer gets up by 0.046 of a second on the line. Can you believe it? He hasn't won a thing all night, and he gets up on the line by beating Bo Riley and Anthony Page. 0.046 of a second. What a finish. And Kyle Sayer wins the Gold Cup by 0.046 of a second. Bo Riley, Anthony Page, Rachel Spalding, Terry Main, Isaac Arnold and Kelsey Beard.
How about that, Bunbury, for a feature race? A big round of applause and redemption from October. Your winner of the Hills Panel Repairs Production Sedan Gold Cup car number 95 of Kyle Sayer. We'll get a word with Kyle Sayer as he comes to the front straight. As the winner of the Hills Panel Repairs Production Sedan Gold Cup. We'll get him to come here. A massive round of applause. One more time, Bunbury. So we'll get him to get out of the car. And he'll shut it off for us. Wow. He was nowhere in the context of that if you looked at us with 18 laps completed. And on the final lap, Kyle Sayer has taken the win from Bo Riley. Wow. Sometimes you'd rather be lucky than good. And after winning at Margaret River last weekend with the Ivix Industries Southwest Sedan Championship, he doubles it up again tonight with a good payday. And we'll get him to get out of the car. Why not? And a smile on his face, and it's about time. Come on, Bunbury, make some noise for Kyle Sayer. There, Kyle. Let's go back to lap 18. You had no chance. But lap 20, you're standing here talking to us.
Yeah, we're trying to nurse the car a bit. The car doesn't really like the track like that, but yeah, once we got a bit of a sniff at the end, we thought we'd have a crack.
You had a crack. I mean, with 3 to go, it looked like he was opening the door for you. All you had to do was just bite your time.
Yeah, the car was getting better and better, so yeah, made it a bit easier.
Look at that smile. It's about time you had a smile. That's 2 big weekends in a row for you and redemption for October.
Yeah, and we had to look after the car a bit tonight because we got the modified title next weekend. So
yeah, that's what we got the modified title next weekend, so that'd be 3 weekends in a row with a victory if you can up it there at Collie.
Yeah, that'd be nice, but yeah, definitely a hard task as a modified.
A lot of people you'd like to thank?
Oh, lots. All the family, all the crew, they always support us. Kachana Beef, Clinton Oaks, Racing with Genesis Shocks, they're awesome. Ivix Industries, and probably forgot a few others.
We'll forget about, but we'll get a photo with you. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Kyle Sayer, the winner. The Hills Panel Repairs Production Sedan Gold Cup.